Good morning. I hope your day is going well and you're off to a good start. I'll tell you, mine has been. I always seem to find things to complete my responsibilities on a day by day basis. As we are working at thinking through the cultural dynamics of the ministry where you are involved, it is not an easy process. We each have our culture. The church has its culture, or the prayer church ministry has its culture, and they are continually changing. So it's a process of learning to grow and to develop those. This week has a specific focus to help you think through some of those things. And the first one is this: we have two assignments. The first one is how can church leadership equip and motivate? Motivate is a key word there. To build relationships with people who live in the community of the church and or the community where they live. That's a challenge. And you're to develop that in a 3 to 4 page paper. Uh, when it says 3 to 4 pages, that means you can get by with 3 pages. And you may be deducted points, and when it's with the other side, it's 2 pages. That doesn't mean 2 or 3 lines on the second page. It means that the majority of the second page is filled with content. Now, back to assignment 1. That is such an important issue if we are going to have an impact upon our culture, relationships that are beyond hi, goodbye, that sort of thing. So you need to make 2 citations from class resources and cite at least 2 scriptures in that 3 to 4 page document. Okay? It's a good thing to think through and move it from theoretical to reality. The second assignment is taking the document of Hebert, written many years ago, primarily for missionaries, but it has such classic applications, and say, okay, how am I going to apply these principles that he presents in my own church ministry? And in a 2-page document, you need to interact with the how you're going to do that. I've given you 4 questions. When would you do it? How would you recruit people to help you? What might be some of the biggest obstacles you would have in doing it? And what are the possible benefits of doing this group effort of critical contextualization? Then our discussion board is a great one as we think through the whole issue of thinking through indicators of how we can tell if our church has gone too far or too little in accommodating to our community. Now, that's not an easy assignment. It's not a checklist you can walk in on a Sunday morning and say, bing, 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 bing. No, it takes some careful thinking in that whole positive manner. And the second sentence of the assignment says, discuss positive options of developing and maintaining a Christ-honoring model. Jesus was in the world, but not of the world, and he told us to do that. And that's an easy cliche to quote out of the scripture, but wrestle with that. Jesus was willing to be part of the culture. He was accused of being a wine bibber and a drunkard because he ate with people who didn't know God. He was willing to confront people who thought they were right just because they were following a checklist. That's a big thing to think through in your local church. How do we find that balance? God bless you as you wrestle with it. Have a great week. I look forward to reading your discussions and your assignments.